Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the top scoring teams for the epic difficulty of the Necrodrakon boss. We'll begin by taking a look at the replays of the overall best performing team and another replacement for that. And you can try both of these. So Old Grey Gamer has sent me his record of his overall top score, which is with the Verdant spell. And Talene, Lily May as your two damage dealers, Coco for the damage reduction to protect your team, Mikola for a bit of healing but also for the attack buff and haste buff for your team, and Rainier, of course, to increase the damage that the boss will be receiving. And we'll take a look at the positioning, but it's kind of like it's spread out positioning. So we'll see right here. Okay, so the Lily May is on the right, Coco is on the left, Mikola is right up front and center, behind her is Rainier, and then Rainier is going to position swap the Talene to the front. The reason why Mikola is good here is because as long as she casts her ultimate like she did right there, now she is going to continuously have her Courage Sphere running. She doesn't need to recast it. If you have her at Supreme Plus, then that is her Supreme Plus ability. So she can continuously give the haste buff to the Talene, and even give them the Combat Fury to your allies who come into melee range of the boss. And herself is included in that. So 60 seconds left, 20 billion damage already done. Verdant spell is good because it provides pretty good tanky stats from the artifact itself, provides you attack, and it gives you useful class-based buffs. It gives penetration to rogue class heroes like Lily May to increase her damage. And to supports, it gives them haste to cast their skills more frequently. And to Talene, I believe it gives energy recovery because she is a mage. And that can also be helpful to continuously cast her ultimate. So there is, I think, the first time her ultimate got interrupted up until now. And now things are going to get a little bit harder as the boss begins dealing more damage and finishing off the team members. So his overall highest damage score was 77.4%, which is a really high score for today. There has been only one person I've seen share a screenshot of them getting 80% of the boss's health, but to do that is really difficult and would definitely require really high investment and also a lot of RNG to get a run like that. Okay, so that is one of the options. There's another team option using a different formation with the same heroes, and for some people this one does better, and you can try either the resonating spell or the tide call spell. For Old Grey Gamer, it was better when he used the tide call spell. It increases damage overall. Formation, having the Lily May in the back here, getting attack buff with the Rainier charms, still position swapping the Talene, and having the Coco give her charm bonus to Mikola, which gives Mikola some damage reduction and energy on hit for the first 45, I think, seconds of the battle, which honestly doesn't really change much because, first of all, energy on hit, I mean, she doesn't need to recast her ultimate, so I don't think that adds too much, and the damage reduction doesn't really help because the problem is she's not really at a threat of dying until around about this point, and at this point the damage reduction, I think, wore off from the charm bonus. So this team got a very similar score again, 27.3 billion damage, about 76%. So basically all three are these are the different variations of the team you can run. You can even try running it with resonating spell, the same team, and see whether that does better. He tried, oh no, this is an AFK stage I shared. That was the best replay he did with the tide call spell. That's why he didn't share the resonating spell with me. Okay, now moving on to the no Talene options. For no Talene, interestingly enough, this team actually is doing the best for me. I've tried different versions, for example, with even using Mikola, and for some people they've allowed to get a little bit higher damage than this team with Mikola, but this team for me is getting more damage than that team, and it's consistent in the damage output. So we'll do a run of it, but basically this is going back to the old school team composition for Necrodrakon, even before we had Song of Strife season. It's with the three light bearers, Corin, Temesia, and Merrily. So you have a lot of physical damage, you have true damage sources, and you have movement. Because the way to counter Necrodrakon's skills is to move around the map, because that is going to basically dispel the effect of his debuff, which reduces your attack power and also causes reduced energy generation of the allies who are debuffed by the boss's abilities. So we're going to take a look at this replay with Resonating Spell on Merrily to ramp up her damage and cast ultimates faster, so that she can get into her true damage state a little bit quicker. And also, of course, whenever she casts an ultimate, it gives her attack buff, and your main damager source here is the Merrily. So this is still going to be a place where Corrin, Merrily, and Tamisa are all good options because they can move back and forth. They totally counter the boss's debuffing abilities. And so they're going to be able to cleanse that effect and keep maintaining a high attack on their heroes and also good energy recovery. So unfortunately there, Corrin went down. I think probably that is not good. If I did another run and had better RNG, we'd end up getting a better score. But either way, what happens towards the end is that Merrily always survives, like right here as you can see. Because I believe we're soul packed to the Merrily. Oh, we got a new record. So even with the Corrin dying early, we actually got a new record. I didn't expect that we were going to be able to break the record we had. Okay, so this is, yeah, I mean, Corrin didn't do that much damage. It's all about Merrily stealing the show in terms of damage. Tamisa with their Supreme Plus will apply a bit of physical defense reduction onto the boss, which could increase damage from Merrily and Corrin. However, once Merrily is stacked up and dealing true damage, then it doesn't matter whatever the defense state of the boss is. Tamisa is here. She also deals good damage as well as tanks the front. Because she has true damage on her charges once you unlock her Mythic Plus ability. Rainier here to increase the damage the boss receives and give attack buff to Merrily, and Thorin to do Soul Plunder onto the boss to increase the damage the boss receives, and also he has multiple lives. He is not going to be dying anytime soon. So just recapping the formation. It is with... Okay, no, Thorin is actually soul pacting the Tamisa, but it doesn't matter because basically Merrily is going to survive even without the soul pact of Thorin. And this increases the damage output of Merrily by giving her the attack charms from Rainier as well, having her position one tile behind Rainier. So overall, this is the best formation, and Tamisa gets off a lot of damage as well. Probably also because of her charms. Her charms cause deal an extra 200% attack damage that can trigger every 6 seconds when you hit a target. Okay, so that is that team. There is another version that you can try, which people were testing today. Basically, rather than Thorin, same running the Resonating Spell, but running it with Mikola. So Mikola... Yeah, now this didn't do as well for me because my Mikola ended up dying in pretty early on, kind of. And it makes a lot of sense because she can buff up your Tamisa, your Corrin, she can give your whole team the attack buff. And even if Merrily is somehow close enough to her, she can even receive the haste buff. But more than likely, the Merrily will not be getting buffed up that much from the Mikola. This run seems to be going pretty well though. I feel like Merrily's right on the edge of the Curd Sphere. I don't know if it is actually triggering onto her. Okay, so Mikola survived there, which is really good. That's really important. But now I think she's going to go down from this sludge on the floor. The rest of the team survives because they move around the map. They're not going to be as easily killed, but there we go. The burst attack from the boss is just going to wipe out everyone. Maybe if my Corrin and Merrily were able to take that burst attack right there, then I would have been able to get off more damage. But looking at that, it seems like really this team cannot reliably beat the previous team I showed you. And this is also using Mikola, and fewer people have Mikola. More people are going to have this team comp here. So it shows you that Tamisa is still a pretty important hero to have on your wish list and recruit for, at least for Necrodrakon, and also this season for AFK stage pushing with Ulmus has been really important. Okay, so that is that formation. Now, I mean, I don't know what other heroes, like for example, let's say you don't have Rainier. I think that could be the only option. Because I'm going to assume, like if you're really early game, you can use Odie here as well. You can use even stationary damage dealers that don't move around. It might be the best for you because before getting to Mythic Plus on Corrin and Merrily, there's still not going to be a good option to use. Lily May would be good here because Lily May has movement in her kit, like changing her position, and so that will counter the boss, and she has good damage output. I'm going to just try the Coco. Who knows, it might even it might do pretty well because we might be able to survive a really long time. The other thing about Coco, which is really good, she'll give you the life drain buff. So our team will be able to sustain themselves even though we don't have a dedicated healer. Now the problem is she is going to be stationary. And so her energy recovery is going to be majorly blunted as the fight goes on. But I hope she can still recover enough to cast her ultimate when it wears off. Yeah, look at that. Look, if you're looking at her energy bar, it's very difficult for her to even cast another ultimate here. She needs to get off one more right now. Okay, we got it. So not terrible. She'll probably die when the ultimate wears off. No, okay, cool. The shield is gonna keep her alive, but now look at her energy. It's basically zero. She's not gonna be able to cast again, but she did a pretty good job keeping the team alive. Merrily, please survive. Yeah, Merrily needed to survive that if we wanted to get pretty high score, but still, Tunisia is surviving a long time along with the Thor and Soul Pact. Wow, continuously getting off the damage and almost breaking 55%, 19.66 billion damage. Okay, so Coco is even better than Lily May in this team, and it kind of fits. And you could replace Coco for Mikola. I think that might be better for your damage output, but yeah, hopefully this gave you guys an idea of what different teams you can try, and to show you that Merrily, Core, and Tunisia are still going to be very important for the Necrodrakon Dream Realm boss. If, for example, you don't have Talene built and other heroes built. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching. And if you want to join my AFK Journey Discord server, where I share... So we share a lot of like tips about the different game modes, the Dream Realm every day, and also every video I upload, I post over there in like a videos chat. And so right now we have like, I think almost 500 members, which is amazing. And so yeah, you can definitely join, and also you can ask me questions there and at me, and I'll usually respond to your question pretty soon because I check Discord very regularly. So anyway guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.